The physics lecture was about to get over. The professor took a last look at his wristwatch and then towards the students. "Any questions?" he asked. A student raised up his hand and the following conversation takes place. Professor said, "Yes?" "What do you want to ask?" Student asked, "Sir, do you believe in God?" Professor said, "Why do you ask?" Student asked, "Sir, I believe that physics is the best branch of science when it comes to proving or disproving existence of God." Professor said, "See kid, this universe is a very mysterious place and we humans are trying to understand our position in it. According to science, there is no need of any creator to make universe." Student asked, "But sir, physics only say that energy can neither be created nor be destroyed." Just then, the bell rings. Professor said, "Okay, enough discussions." Professor is about to leave. Student asked, "Last question sir, do you believe in ghost?" Professor said, "Dear, these gods and ghosts are a product of human fear and life uncertainty. Every human is scared of nothingness, that's why they want comfort in the form of afterlife, souls, etc. Now, I would suggest you to concentrate on your assignments more than these things." The whole class starts laughing, and the professor leaves. Reaction of that student, Rahul, is enough to understand what's going in his mind. Rahul goes towards his two friends, Vicky and Rajiv, who are sitting at the back. "Let's teach this professor a lesson," Rahul says in a frustrating voice. The trio make a plan to scare the professor, so as to make him believe that supernatural phenomena do exist. At afternoon, the professor leaves for his home on his scooter, and the three friends follow him in Rajiv's Wagoner car. Soon, the professor reaches his home, which is at a secluded location. The trio stop their car at a distance. The three friends giggle and make their way towards Rahul's home. Around 11:30 p.m. at night, the trio leave for the professor's house by lying to their parents. Group study, they say. Before entering the professor's premise, Rahul explains the whole sequence again to his friends. "Must be his wife," Rajiv says, while hiding behind the bush. The lady vanishes from the sight, and the three friends make their way towards the main door. Rahul and his friends start examining the surroundings. Vicky and Rajiv go towards the backside. "Rahul," says a voice from behind. Rahul looks behind and to his shock, the professor is standing behind him, wearing a black night suit. "What are you doing here?" he inquires. Rahul confesses about his and his friend's intention to the professor, who first has a hearty laugh, and then invites him for a coffee inside. "Come inside, I know your buddies are at the back and preparing for their scaring act," he says. "Also, today's morning short but fruitful debate was quite good and you asked some really interesting questions." Rahul, who now is in a comfortable position, asks about the professor's wife, who he had seen on the terrace at an odd hour. "Please don't joke," the professor says in a sad voice. "My wife died a year back, by jumping from that place." Now, Rahul is scared to death. He enters the professor's home and in the entrance hall, the TV is on. Just then, someone starts tapping the backside window loudly. Must be your two friends, says the professor with a smile. I'll bring them in. You just wait and enjoy the scene. The professor goes at the back. Rahul makes himself comfortable on the sofa. Just then, the terrace lady enters the hall, where Rahul is sitting. Rahul jumps from the sofa, and they both shout by looking at each other. Professor, Rahul shouts. Which professor? Who are you? I'll call the police, the lady shouts. Confused Rahul starts looking around, and then his eyes fall on the TV's breaking news. A serial killer is on the run. By now, he has killed a dozen of innocent people. His victims are those who live lonely in secluded places. He can enter any house comfortably. Beware! Oh my God, you are here to kill me, says the scared lady. No, ma'am. Believe me, I am just a student, and I had come here to meet my professor, Rahul replies in a tensed voice. Who professor? The lady asks. Where is he? Behind you, says the shocked Rahul. The serial killer is behind you. Next morning, the police discover 4 dead bodies. 2 in the hall, one at the backyard and the other near the backside window, with the body's hand stick to the window. Meanwhile, at the college. Good morning, students, says the professor, while entering the class. Who all are absent today? Please subscribe for more short stories to learn English.